finished up a little practice-y session here. I wasn't gonna practice too heavy today. I'm playing later today, but yeah, I was just practicing a piece right now. I may have mentioned to you a while back, but one of my old composition professors hired me to record one of his pieces for an album, I think, of music that he wrote not too long ago. And it's a really hard piece, and it has a lot of articulations, slap tonguing, which I'm not normally accustomed to. And so it's been really difficult, but it's been a good challenge for me. As difficult as the piece is, the difficulty is actually helping to teach me how to practice better. So I really appreciate the piece for that. Anyways, I'm gonna take a little break with the practicing right now because I have to go get ready to go perform today. Chapstick. Yes, today I'm going to be performing with my adult student at the semester, or the end of the fall semester, winter, well technically winter I guess, end of the year recital at the school, the music school that I teach at. I'm going to be playing a duet with her because this is her first time playing recital. I always suggest doing duets because, you know, then I can be up there on stage and I can, you know, it's easy for me to comfort the student and make sure, hey, it's okay, you're gonna be fine. And I have all the faith in the world that everything is gonna go smoothly. I have no doubts she's gonna play beautifully. We're gonna do well. I am not worried about that in any way, shape, or form. But, you know, especially for the first one, I like to be there first, you know, just to show them they can do it. It's possible for them to perform on stage. And, you know, I think it always helps to have your teacher by your side, you know, just as like a little vote of confidence. Although I never really got that when I first started, you know, I just kind of got thrown up on stage and, oh, well, there you go, better be prepared and play. I mean, they weren't like really discouraging about it, but the first time I ever played in front of an audience was when I was studying piano more seriously, and I just played by myself. I just played like a little easy piece. So, but you know, with clarinet, you know, I like to approach it differently, especially if they're really, you know, if they get stage fright really easily or they get nervous on stage, which my student told me she was. So I was like, all right, well, why don't we play a duet like this? I'll be with you and everything will be all good. Let's see, gotta find my brow pencil. This recital is actually a little bit bittersweet just because this is probably going to be one of the last times I work with the school. I haven't told anyone yet. Hopefully no one's watching. I haven't made this a final decision yet, but you know, if you haven't heard, four-play clarinet's going to FMEA, and not only that, we're getting lots of opportunities to travel and play for music conventions next year, early next year at least. And that's gonna require me to travel a little more. Not that I'm traveling like a lot. I think maybe it'd be like once a month max, less than that. Even it's just for it's for January and February, and then after that, who knows what's gonna be happening. But because of that, I'm gonna have to be absent a couple times more than once. And you know, I just want to devote more time to working on my performing career and go all in on that. And as much as I have enjoyed teaching, I'm not meant to teach younger children. I've realized there's nothing wrong with anyone who does teach younger children, by the way. It's just, I think I've just realized it's not for me. Just because I want to teach people who really want to learn. And you know, when you're 5 or 3 or 6 or I don't know, however old you start taking lessons, you're not there because you want to be a concert pianist. You just want to learn how to play, and you're not taking like practicing seriously. And oftentimes it can feel like a little bit like babysitting, which I'm not real super into. Funnily enough, it was through teaching this adult student that I'm going to be playing with on stage. It was through her that I realized kind of what kind of teacher I want to be. Well, it wasn't just that, but you know, because she came to me through the school and wanted to take clarinet lessons, I caught, you know, just seeing how enthusiastic she was to learn, just seeing that interest in wanting to figure out how to get better. And you know, she's not aiming to, my adult clarinet student, it's not like she's aiming to become a professional musician. She's just genuinely interested in learning clarinet. In fact, when she first came to me, she wanted to learn both piano and clarinet, but eventually we ended up switching to mostly clarinet because that was the one she was like, oh, I was just so excited. I just really got the energy to want to learn again. And I thought that was so cool. You know, when I see students come to me wanting to learn like that, that gives me energy and it makes me excited about teaching them. You know I mentioned this to you guys a little while back, but I was having second thoughts about wanting to be a teacher. And I realized I'm not meant to teach everyone, but I do want to teach some people. You know, I think for me, it's really important to pass something on to someone, and having that student-teacher relationship, I think really fosters this idea of passing information down, you know, sharing, helping someone grow and learn, and that's what I'm all about. And so maybe I'm not meant to be a studio teaching musician, like have a huge 20-person studio. No, I don't think that's meant for me. But, you know, like a selective group of people just really interested in learning from me, I think I would be down to do that. And, you know, teaching her, I realized that. And, you know, for me, it's important for me to teach students that I am like really passionate about teaching, because I know firsthand how important it is to have a good teacher, or at least one that really aligns with you and like what you want to accomplish, someone who's excited about your success. I mean, that's been like a foundation of why I've become the musician I am today. I'm sorry if this kind of is looking like a beauty tutorial right now, but I gotta multitask, get ready, and all this stuff while I'm talking to you guys. You may or may not know this, but I study with the clarinetist Bert Hara. He's in the LA Phil. He plays associate principal with them. And when he first came to my university, I was one of his first students at the school, and you know, I thought he was an amazing player, but I never realized the kind of bond we would have each other with student teacher. I mean, we had like good student teacher chemistry. He understood my needs. He was very empathetic, compassionate. Although, for those of you who are watching, that may not be the first thing you would describe Bert, my teacher, as, because he's very picky, and he can come off very like hard on you sometimes, because he speaks very critically, but it's never personal. He speaks very objectively. You know, it's when he hears something and sees something as it is, that's what he's gonna describe it as. And it may not always come out the nicest, but he has the best intentions when he's critiquing you. Anyways, back to the point of what I was talking about. Bert was kind of that first person that kind of made me realize the importance of having your own voice as a musician. I remember one of my earliest lessons with him. I went into a lesson, he asked me why I picked a certain tempo or why I played with a certain character. And I really didn't know, because up until I studied with him, or I got a little bit of this from one other teacher, but up until I studied with him, I just felt like, you know, you have to play certain pieces this way with this dynamic, and if you do anything else, you deviate anything else, you don't play it exactly the way whoever they is, classical music people, clarinetists, I don't know. If you don't play the way they want it, then it's not going to be good enough. But Bert taught me the importance of playing music with your own voice. You know, when he forced me to like ask questions about the music, just kind of figure out what kind of voice I wanted to share within the scheme of things, you know, even sharing, you know, like Beethoven's or Debussy's or whoever, Mozart or whoever composer I was playing's voice, besides sharing, you know, their ideas, I have to add some of myself into it, because, you know, I'm the performer. And Bert was the person who really taught me that. And that's when I feel like once he taught me that, or once I got introduced to that more, that's how I learned to be my own teacher, a better teacher to myself, and not necessarily need to rely so heavily on what my teachers say. Although I definitely, you know, when I need his help, I go to him and I ask him, you know, for a point of view, perspective. But, you know, I feel like because he set me up with such a good foundation in that way, I feel like I'm a strong enough musician now where I can make my own decisions, my own musical decisions about how I approach music, and I'm gonna do well on it because I can do that. And it's thanks to having a good teacher like Bert, or at least he was a good teacher for me, who set me up with that thing. So again, I know how important it is to have the right teacher be with you, which is why I'm probably not meant to teach some of the little kids that I teach at this this music school. And so I have to align myself more with the people and the students who I want to teach. And in a certain way, those students that I leave behind will be better off because maybe they'll find a teacher that'll help them improve better. And whatever students I find in the future, they're going to help me be a better teacher. They're going to learn better because we're passionate about learning. They really want to learn how to play an instrument, you know, play music, stuff like that. And again, they don't have to be professional musicians. They just have to be interested in wanting to learn and wanting to practice, you know? So enough of that. Let me finish getting a little more ready. Now I gotta go get dressed. You don't think I'm gonna wear this hobo outfit, although I do admit it's pretty comfortable. So watch me transform from this to this. Don't you like my dress? I wanted to, even though we're not playing a Christmas song, I wanted to dress, you know, red holiday. I'm sorry if I sound like really excited just for getting ready for like a student recital, but since I never really go out anymore, except for when I have to perform or gig or teach or work, you know, anytime I get the chance to like, you know, look nice, I take advantage of it. And even if it's just for my students recital, I'm gonna take advantage of that even now. Okay, just got a bite to eat. I'm gonna wrap up some warming up before I head out to go play this little recital. Let me show you real quick what I'm playing. For those of you who are clarinet players, you'll definitely recognize this, or maybe some other woodwind players, because I think they also have these, but these are the, like, it's called the selected duets. This is the easy medium version. I'm having my student play one of these, so I'm just gonna look over the notes. Not that I have to worry about, like, playing mistakes or anything, but, you know, just to get my head in the game. And I'm gonna try and knock out a Music Monday recording real quick before I go. You know, just something to warm up before I head out. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, on my way to the recital now. I had to wrap up actually pretty fast just because I didn't realize how slow that arrangement I made was. So I had to do it in one take. Fortunately, I got it, and so I don't need to do it again anymore. So I literally just packed my stuff, and now I'm off. And now we're off to go do the recital. Okay, just got here. Don't know how much I'm gonna be able to film inside, but I'll try to get little snippets of it, and then I'll be back. Done with the recital. Well, this recital's still going, but my part is done with it. She did a very good job, my student. I'm very proud of her. She was a little nervous going on stage, she said, but you know, it went by so fast, and she sounded great, and people were complimenting her afterwards, which made me feel good to see other people recognized how well she did. And, you know, there's a lot of beginning students there too, so there's like no pressure, but you know, you have to be empathetic as a teacher to the fact that, you know, they're not experienced with performing. They don't have the same point of view as you, the teacher. Oh, and also as a musician who's spent a lot of time performing on stage before, so you have to take that into consideration as well. Anyways, I'm gonna head on home. I'm really tired. I'm probably gonna go to bed early just because I feel like I'm coming down with a cold or something. Cross my fingers, hopefully not, because I have a lot of work to do tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna call it a night. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this vlog, make sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell for notifications for when all my videos go live. So yeah, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Bye.